Boy. Yeah, we breaking silence on the Lord, oh. So why you think we out here on the Lord for? Yeah, I'm coming through, I'm coming through. Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through. Yeah, I wear the truth like a logo. So why you think I'm out here on my dolo? Yeah, I'm coming through, I'm coming through. Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through.
Yo, once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. E. Charles, Pam, Mike, Vanya, season finale.
Why you gotta say my name like that?
What?
That it was the season finale.
We said it plenty of times, me and Pam, so maybe you need to pay attention. Anyways, we have special guests. We got special guests in the building, Mr. Jae Roza.
Yes. Can we roll the R when we say
Roza?
I forgot the Dominican.
How do you say it?
Jae Roza.
I ain't gonna be all extra with it.
You can say Jae Roza
I
if you
just
want.
had the urge to roll the R, okay? Let me be great.
Yo, real quick, bro. Happy Dominican Independence to you and your family.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's get into it. So I have one question and then a follow-up.
Okay.
So how long have you been producing music?
So it's been a long time.
Has it?
You've been doing it for a minute, bro.
Yeah, I started back in 2001.
Okay.
So it's been a while. I was introduced to making beats from my stepbrother, Tony Bodega.
Okay.
Shout out Tony B.
Yeah, he actually had the program back in the day, and I saw him making beats on there, and after that I was super interested. He didn't want to give me much information at the time, but
He was being stingy.
yeah, little by little I started like picking up off of the things that he was doing, and I was able to pick up, and start making beats on my own. So,
Was it FL?
yeah, it was FL. Yeah.
2001?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know it was out that long.
it was a long time ago. I could have the year wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 2001.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
So would you say you had a passion for music, or was it kind of just, I just want to mess around with this and
Yeah, for me, music, I'm very passionate about music. For me, it's always been in my life. Like ever since I was a kid, my parents would listen to like old Spanish ballads driving back from the city. I'd fall asleep to that music. My mom would clean the house to that music.
Yeah.
That's me right there, the old Spanish ballads.
Right.
Me and Randy, back in the day, we used to make our own music with like old cassette tapes.
You said his name wrong. Rendito del Fro.
That's my brother right there, so I call him Randy, but
Nice.
our parents used to hate us because we would take all the cassette tapes and like record over them, like in slow motion.
Yeah.
And then we would hit the record, like the play button with the pause, and it would like make it sound really fast.
Yeah.
So we would make our own kind of like our own beats and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Nice.
Back to
Crazy.
the cassette tape days.
I know.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yo,
Kids don't know what that is.
let's stick with FL real quick. Is that all the software? That's not the only software you use?
That's what I always been using.
Yeah,
FL,
yeah. Because I know a lot of producers, they like to switch things up. A lot of people complain that FL don't give them what they need, but I feel like FL does a lot if you really know how to use it.
Nowadays, to be honest with you, I just started learning new tricks on FL about a month and a half ago. So,
Wow.
like even with sampling, like there's so much you could do on FL. It's crazy. Like, you can stretch sounds and everything.
There's so much you can learn from that.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Why do you think producers be sleeping on FL though? Because I feel like a lot of cats be sleeping on it.
I feel like they just want to be different. Is the way that I look at it. They want a different type of sound.
Yeah.
I feel like they may think by using a different platform, they'll get a different type of sound. Something different from what everybody else is putting out.
Correct.
Because pretty much, I would say like 90% of producers use FL. It's a lot. There's a lot of people that use it.
Yeah. That's dope, bro.
So, with you doing this producing thing, have you ever stepped over the line and tried to, rap or sing? Or?
I never tried to rap or anything like that.
Roza.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be messing around with it. Just everybody's singing nowadays, so it's like why not get into it real quick.
You gonna drop something real quick?
Nah, I'm not gonna do
Should we call Randito del Flow here to drop something?
Little freestyle.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
So what would you say is like your sound, or do you have a sound? Do you just do all types of things?
I think you have a sound, but go ahead.
I do have my own type of sound, but I love all kinds of music, so it doesn't have to be just hip hop. Like I can get into like reggae, reggaeton, EDM stuff. Like I can get into all kinds of things. My main thing is hip hop though. That's like what I mainly do. Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, Danbury, right? I feel like when we first started out, you was with the faculty. There was T Narcotics. There was probably like 4 or 5 rappers out there. But now, 2018,
there's a lot of
everybody's producing, everybody's rapping, everybody's making music. Do you like the evolution, especially in our hometown of Danbury?
I actually
you mad
do.
at it?
I actually do. I'm not mad at it at all. I feel like there's a lot of talent out there. There is, there are a lot of people that, you kind of just get right by it. You don't really like pay attention to the type of music that they're putting out.
Correct.
But there are artists out there that stand out, and you're like, yo, they can possibly be something big. If they keep working towards it,
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Now, when so I kind of like to get into a producer's head. So I feel like, how do I ask this? I guess, what is your process when you're, when you sit down, you're like, all right, I'm about to make a beat. Like, what kind of goes through your head before you actually start making it? And then when you do you start, I know, I forget who we were talking to before, and someone was saying they start with drums, and someone said they don't start with drums. Like, what is that process for you?
Yeah, everyone is different. For me in particular, sometimes I'll have an idea and then I'll roll with the idea. Usually the melody I'll start off with.
Yeah.
But I find that sometimes for me it's just easier to just do it. Like just start playing the keyboard or something and coming up with sounds, and then eventually you'll come up with something.
Right.
I find for me it's when I do it without thinking about it, I end up coming out with like some of my best work that way.
Wow.
I don't know. That's just the way it is for me.
Yeah.
So a follow up with Vanya's question: do you feel that you have to be, in order to be a producer, do you feel that you have to be able to play the keyboard or be talented on the drums?
No, I don't think so.
So you're saying like anybody, if you were interested in you put forth the work effort, you can.
I feel that
make a decent beat.
Now with like YouTube, anybody could be a producer.
University.
Yeah, like you could literally go on YouTube and in a few months you can learn how to make beats.
Oh, I used to make beats off of Fruity Loops, man.
There you go.
I had that. I had that. What? I would make some little bangers. What are you saying?
What, with your cheap Timberland kit?
I had all of that. I had Timberland. I had the Swiss Beats.
Those were the kids back then.
Listen,
they were.
Everybody wanted those sounds right there.
Yeah. So a follow up to that. So how do you differentiate from like, okay, this is dope. This is a quality type beat. Compared to if someone did just go on YouTube and they did put something together. Yeah. Like, are there particular elements that like, qualify a good beat, or is it kind of just like whatever?
You could feel it. Like you could feel when it's a good beat. Like the groove. Everything just kind of flows. You know, you get that like bounce or whatever the case is.
Right.
You could just tell that it's a good beat.
So if you don't get that feeling,
if your face ain't mean,
if you don't get that steak face,
you're kind of looking for that vibe. You just want to feel it out.
Just wanna, right.
I mean, if it's a trash beat. I have a lot of trash beats because I just make a lot of music, so I have stuff that I'll play and I'm like, why did I even bother making that, or why didn't I delete that? Like, it happens. I'm pretty sure every producer has trash beats. It's just what it is.
Just locked in the corner somewhere.
Part of the process.
Was there ever a point in your career where you feel like you had to switch your producing style or kind of get out of your comfort zone to for someone else, or to kind of coincide with an artist that you want to work with?
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah. So I mean, depending on the artist, like he has like Randy has a Latin style, so the beat had to be a little bit different. I had to like make it accustomed to like what he does, which is perfectly fine. I like branching off into different things.
You enjoy that challenge?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Do you like the challenge?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Is there any genre that you find more challenging than the others?
I think EDM is very difficult. Yeah, there's so much that goes into an EDM beat. All the transitions and
have you tried it?
I have tried, and usually I'll get into it for like 2 or 3 days, and then I kind of just put it to the side.
Right.
It's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, some people last like a week or two making an EDM beat, just adding little things here and there, the transitions. It's crazy.
Yeah. So how long does it take you generally? Sorry, just to make any beat?
To make a beat, like having the melody and the sound, everything going, I can do it in. Depending on how complex it is, I can probably get a beat done in an hour. But the thing is,
an hour.
Yeah, the thing is to mix it down and everything. You have to listen to it like in the car. I'll listen to it in the car. I'll see what needs to be adjusted. I'll go back to it and I'll adjust. For the mixing and stuff like that, I'll readjust everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bass is too loud, so I gotta lower it. So it is a process. Creating it's quick, but mixing it and then mastering it is what takes time.
Right. And do you mix and master as well?
I do my own mixing and mastering.
Okay, nice.
Usually, like the engineer will ask for track outs as well, just so that they can mix the beat with the vocals. So, sometimes I don't even really have to mix and master, but I like doing it anyway because I like to listen to my, my work, just to see what it needs or if I could change something later on. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So who do you look up to, or who really gave you that drive to do what you do?
It changes throughout the time, like
right now, like who do you look up to, or who would you, what's the word I'm looking for, Vanya?
Inspired?
Yes.
yes.
We just had a whole segment of inspiration. How did you forget the word?
Listen, I had a long day at work.
I told you to mute his mic.
I like all kinds of different producers right now. I've been listening to a lot of like Metro Boomin. Just because
Not bad, but I like him, bro.
I like Metro Boomin because he's really into melodies, and I'm like huge with melodies. Like I love different sounds, and I don't know. Sometimes melodies kind of put you in like a zone, and you just really vibe with it. Yeah. And I see that a lot in his music and his beats and stuff like that. And Alan definitely is inspiring. Growing up with Alan, and he's amazing. Like even with the keyboard, just playing on the keyboard, he was
talented man.
Yeah.
So
So how would you say for like new producers, newcomers, as far as equipment?
Yeah.
Do you think you should invest in the best equipment, or do you think for people starting off that are still trying to venture into producing, is it okay to do less expensive equipment?
You could start off with something that's not too expensive. Like all you really need is a laptop.
Yeah.
If you really enjoy making the beats and getting into it, then I would start buying more stuff, like monitors and stuff like that. But if you have a laptop,
to start off,
I don't like making beats on headphones, but you could use headphones and make a beat on there if you get a good pair of headphones.
Why don't you like it?
For me, I like to feel like the bass and feel the vibration. Like I'm probably gonna be deaf in like 10 years, but I like listening to myself really loud. So that's the problem that I have here.
Yeah. That's funny.
When I mix with headphones, but I master with the speakers.
With the speakers.
I want to hear the end product. Like I gotta feel it.
Yeah.
But the mixing, I really need the headphones because I really gotta hear everything. Because I be listening to like the spit the rappers or the singers have. Like I gotta cut and take all that out. The breathing.
Every little part.
Every
of the
little
vocals,
thing. Yeah. So I gotta use headphones for that part. But when it comes to the mastering, then I'm with you. I like to blast it.
Yeah.
Because you hear the final product.
Can you just, because this popped in my head, I may sound dumb for not knowing, but can you just explain that difference between mixing and mastering?
So mixing is basically getting all your levels correct. So like the snare, the hi-hat, the melody, you just want to get all the levels balanced.
Right.
And mastering is pretty much just bringing it all together at the end.
Okay.
Like the end product, basically.
Okay. So mixing, making nothing's louder than
just trying to find that balance, basically. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I hear that word is like, both words are tossed all the time, but I'm like, what's the difference? They kind of both sound the same. Gotcha. All right. I'm good now.
I gotta ask you this. As we break silence.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody gets
the smile on his face. I know. So you about to say something?
You look up to no good, man.
Nah, everybody gets a deep question. Firstborn was here
a
couple weeks ago, and we spoke about the faculty. How did, in your words, how did the faculty come together and how did it end? Because you guys were on a roll, bro. You and Team Narcotics.
No, we were doing our thing.
So I want to hear your side of the story. Not saying Firstborn's a liar. I just want to hear his side.
He's probably
Did you check out the interview?
Yeah, I did. He's
dope.
pretty accurate because Firstborn has like photogenic memory.
Oh yeah,
like,
he does.
He just remembers everything. Like,
I'm shocked
crazy.
he remembered when he went to Davidson's house and Davidson was like, "Yo, you gotta take off the shoes."
He remembers every little detail.
Does.
It's
He
crazy.
remembers a lot. Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, he was pretty. I would say he's pretty spot on with like how everything happened. I did start working crazy hours. You know, it came to a point where you know you had to take care of your finances and the rent had to be paid.
Correct.
And, you know, life came into play.
Correct.
So
Correct.
That kind of took away from the music for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and to be honest with you, up until about I would say like a year, October of 2016, we had like a fire in my house.
Wow.
And up until that point is when I finally like really decided that I was gonna get back into the music, because for a while I wasn't really making anything like that. I wasn't consistent.
Did you lose anything?
With the fire, luckily it didn't hit any of my equipment like that. We did get a lot of smoke damage and stuff.
Wow.
But I wasn't able to use any of the equipment for a while, and I started going to a studio, and I was making beats out of that studio for the whole year of last year, 2017. And then this year, you know, I'm like kicking off. I'm actually like starting to network and do what we have to do.
I see you.
Yeah,
I see a lot of new artists is coming up, produced by Jae Roza. So I'm like, oh, this man's working.
Trying to make moves now.
Correct,
Nice.
correct.
So how do you? Sorry, we can go. How do you find that balance now with music and just life?
So thank God that I got a new job where it's easier for me to.
Are they hiring? Well, I'm still
I don't
looking.
think you want to do my job, but
Y'all laughing. I'm mad serious. What?
But
You shut up.
the job that I have now, it allows me to work Monday through Friday. I get out at 2:30, and when I go home, it's just I'm making music.
Yo, are they hiring?
Good.
2
hours.
No. Unfortunately, no. But that kind of changed my life right there. It's almost like a gift, you know, like to be able to focus more on my music and actually start getting work done, because it's been a long time. So,
Right,
you know,
right.
I could tell you're hungry too, man.
Yeah,
Lately, you've been posting stuff.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going in now.
Yeah.
So I know you took a big break from producing, but has there been a moment in your career where you're like, wow, like an awe moment for you, like I'm doing this is what I gotta do, like kind of like a calling, like you know this is your thing.
Right now, right now, this is the time. Right now, everything, like the cards are all, you know, everything's aligning. Yeah, like everything is kind of coming together, and it's something that I'm passionate about. You know, it's the only thing that I feel happy when I do it. You know what I mean? Like for me, I can't see myself doing anything else. Like I love making music. I love producing and making beats, and I love seeing people's reactions to like what I created. So it's almost like they're a part of what I made. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Where can we see you in 5 to 10 years?
I was gonna say, like, what's the goal? Now that you're going for it, what's the goal?
Hopefully in 5
I
to
see
10
Jae Roza in 5 months.
Hopefully,
with Randy Delta Flow.
Hopefully,
we gonna practice that one.
Sounds like you butchered that.
I don't know what you just said.
That sounded a bit
I did
crazy.
mess up. I did mess up.
Haitian accent.
But it's not Carlito del Flow. I know that.
Delta Flow. Like, yeah, the words in there and everything.
Like,
I messed up. I messed up.
Did you just say
I hold this
that?
L.
What?
I hold the L.
Hopefully sooner than that. I mean, I don't know. I want to be producing, like, you know, major artists, stuff like that. And it's not even necessarily the major artists. I'm looking for new talent as well. Like that's where it's at, to be honest with you. Like Charles was saying, there's a lot of new artists, a lot of rappers. There's people here in Danbury that are super talented, that you listen to their music and you're like, why aren't you on the radio? Like, why isn't anybody else listening to you?
Correct.
Can we talk about the Danbury community real quick?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the support system here? Like, how do you feel like home treats you?
I feel like it's you know, it's horrible. It's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great.
Could be better.
I was about to get on you because I thought you was gonna say it was great. I was about to stop the beat and be like, nah, bro.
I feel like you guys are creating something amazing here. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, bro.
Give people the opportunity to come on here and talk and break their silence. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, and I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, of course.
I wish that there were more people like what you guys are doing in Danbury. It'd be awesome, because like I said, there's a lot of talent, and I feel like a lot of that talent kind of gets brushed off because people have their own little cliques. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna work with that guy, he's not part of my crew. You know what I mean? Like,
Correct.
And it shouldn't be like that. I feel like unity is really important. And I believe if Danbury was more united, you would see more people becoming successful and going somewhere.
Right. That's true.
That's like the South. The South support
Atlanta.
God.
Yeah,
Especially, it don't matter what they're putting out.
Especially Atlanta, they all got love for each other. But
Exactly.
but East Coast, New York, Everybody's
everybody's
hate.
beefing.
On their own
Everybody has
clique,
problems.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's
want
crazy.
anybody to get that one up on them. That's just how it is.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of that?
Everybody's gonna eat.
Exactly. We
There's
can
enough
all
food for
eat. We
everyone.
can all eat. You know what I mean?
But just some eats more than other.
Yeah.
You know.
How do you feel with competition? Like, how do you deal with it? Do you kind of just tunnel vision into what you're doing and ignore the noise, the distractions? Do you stay focused on what you're doing?
I'm the type
That's
of
a good
person.
question, Pam.
That is a good question. I'm the type of person to work with everybody that I can possibly work with, because I feel like you may meet that other person that you really click with that could bring you to that next level.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I met a kid the other day that I started working with, and I learned so much from him in just like 3 days. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
that's something that I feel is really important. Networking is super important. I feel that everybody should be networking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ego should be put to the side. Like, there's no reason for it, to be
Right,
honest.
there's a lot of egos, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of pride.
Yeah.
The person that you met, was it an artist or producer?
Both. He was an artist and a producer.
Okay.
I can't really speak on it like that because I've only known him for a few days, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But because that just makes me think, like, do you think there are things that producers can learn from artists and artists can learn from producers?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I
Nice.
feel like everybody has their own creative, you know. Pam might have certain ideas that I don't have, and her input may make my track a lot bigger than what it was. You know what I mean? So
That's for you, Pam.
Y'all be hating on me. Y'all be hating, but y'all gonna see me at the top one day, and then I'm gonna be like, y'all was making fun of me on the radio. Now y'all wanna be my friend. Got y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely important. Yeah.
So sorry.
Go ahead.
Cut people
Nah,
off.
it's all good.
So throughout your journey, do you have any like moments that were your favorite, or like just even artists that you really enjoyed working with?
I feel like right now, like everything for me is like right now.
Yeah.
In the moment.
It's like a revolution. Like,
yeah.
you're like
I have had like really good, you know, interactions in the past and stuff like that, but I feel like right now is where I feel the most positive and like the most, like I really want to do this now, you know.
Right.
Like my mind is there, everything is, like I said, the cards are aligned, everything's ready to go.
did Randito del Flow have something to do with that?
Me and Randy have always been working on music together, you know what I mean? So definitely Randy,
'Cause I know he's been pushing for a long time.
he's doing his thing.
his thing too.
He's definitely
Yeah.
doing his thing, yeah. So I mean, we're trying to put this work out. He has more music coming out too. He has a song Olvidarte that's gonna be coming out hopefully this month. We'll see what happens. But that song is,
Send me that, bro. Send me that.
I actually like that song a lot. Like that's, you know, that song for me.
Produced by you?
I think it's tough. Yeah.
Nice.
So what's a couple? Give me like, I say 3 songs on the radio, on the mainstream radio right now that you like.
Oh man.
Your top 3. Or do I have to make 5?
Nah, I can't.
He's
even.
struggling with 3. Why would you make 5?
Give him more of a choice
add one to the
to
list.
because he's got to cut a lot off.
I honestly, I can't even like pinpoint anything right now on what my favorite is because I listen to so much different type of music.
Well, what would you say is the song that you listen to the most that you can put on repeat right now? That's out.
That's the problem right there. I don't really put anything on repeat. Like,
Right.
it's like Firstborn was saying before. We're in an era where everything moves very fast.
Yeah.
So it's like some people might watch a movie 2 times or 3 times. For me, like if I listen to a song and I vibe with it, I'll vibe with it for the moment, and then I'll move on to something else because I'm always listening to different sounds. I don't really break down a song like that. I just kind of keep moving to different songs to get different sounds. Because right now I'm in a mode where I'm just trying to create a lot of music. So to be honest with you, I haven't really sat down to listen to anything because I'm kind of just moving with my music and creating. Right. So a lot of the times I'm like listening to stuff that I made to see where I can make it better and stuff like that. But there is a lot of good music out there. You know, I just can't tell you specifically what stands out the most for me right now. But I do listen to like Ty Dolla $ign, PNB Rock. You know, I like melodies, I like harmonies, I like when people are singing. You know, that's the wave right now. That's what it is.
I like that.
For sure.
Hip hop. I usually ask people like, what do they think about hip hop today? But I want to ask you about beat wise. What do you think about beat wise today? You think they all sound kind of the same? Because, you know, there's a lot of hi-hats rolling and
Yeah,
a lot of 808s. What's going on with that?
It's hard because like you said, it does all sound the same. It's kind of like the reggaeton era where all the beats sounded the same.
They all sound the same to me all the time. I haven't yet. Sorry, because my husband just always with the reggaeton. I'm like,
you're not a reggaeton fan, huh?
Yo,
And you're Dominican.
I'm limited to the reggaeton. I can listen to it for like one, maybe 2 tracks, and I'm like, all right, afuera.
I think that's kind of why the music moves so fast, because a lot of the music does kind of sound very similar as far as the beats go, you know. That's kind of where like I'm trying to change things up a little bit for my, you know, to be different. I want to stand out in a different way from everybody else.
But you do you like that or you don't like it? How it all sounds the same? Not that it all sounds the same, just the new sound, the sound of
the drums all sound the same.
Yeah.
You know, every beat has different melodies and stuff like that.
Correct.
I do think that the drum pattern should kind of change up a little bit.
Yeah.
To have, you know, a different sound out there.
Correct.
Unfortunately, that's what everybody's listening to at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Jeez, y'all.
So, dang, I just lost my thought.
Okay, Pam, go ahead.
So since you took a little gap in your career, what would the new Jae Roza tell the old Jae Roza?
Pam with these lethal questions.
Well, I like to get deep.
Nah,
I like to
that.
know. I like
This
to.
is
I
why
like
I'm
to know what
sweating all
people
day,
think.
because I knew she was gonna ask those questions. I'm sweating for you, bro. It's your fault I'm sweating.
That's a good question.
Because I know obviously the age, you know, we're older now. But is there anything that you wish you knew then that maybe you know today?
I would say to keep working and don't stop. Don't take any breaks. I mean, obviously you need a break here and there, but what I mean by that is like just stay consistent.
Commit to the
stay
process.
consistent. Yeah. I feel like that's really important, and that's something that I didn't really do in the past because of other reasons and stuff like that. But
When we were kids too.
Yeah. Staying committed to what you want and what you want to accomplish, I think is really important. Definitely.
Now, I know you have a love for something else too. You used to love racing cars, like 90s Civics and Accords. You still got the love for that stuff?
Yeah, I have a 91 Integra with a GSR Turbo.
Nice.
Yeah, still sitting at home. I haven't really done anything with it. But
Yeah. You gonna work on it or?
Hopefully this year I can bring it out. We'll see what happens. I say that every year, but
now are cats still racing out here? Like I feel like it's not as heavy. Like
I feel like it's died down. It's not as crazy as it was. You don't really hear loud cars anymore.
You don't. I remember 2005
Super
intakes
That's when Fast and the Furious came out.
Oh my god!
Everybody was trying to.
Everybody was at Wendy's
All
or
the racers.
Starbucks.
Yeah, at the mall. Remember the strip at the mall?
yeah.
Oh my god.
The Starbucks parking lot.
Yeah.
People show off. Staples parking
McDonald's
lot.
parking lot. Yeah, all over the place.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Everybody had a joint. I had an Integra too.
That's what we did. Everybody drove around and showed off
Everybody
their car.
had that,
Yeah.
but now you don't really see that no more.
No, it's not. It's not like it was.
Wow. But do they still have like events for that? Like for
Yeah,
older?
Honda Day is still pretty big.
Oh, nice,
They do it
nice.
in August in Jersey.
Yeah.
So Honda Day is still huge.
That's
So
dope. That's dope.
you just don't really see the cars out like
Yeah,
that. I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if people have projects and they're just working on
Correct.
them. So,
Yeah. Nah, but those were the good old days, man.
oh yeah, definitely.
So on occasion, I've seen this Level Up the brand.
Yes,
Can you talk a little bit about what is that?
So
What that is?
Level Up the brand consists of myself, Randy, L Motion, and then Mundo. We're, like I said before, sometimes you meet people in your life where it kind of just brings you to that next level, which Level Up comes into play. L Motion is really good with networking and talking to different types of people and communicating with bigger artists, stuff like that. So he's great with that. Also great with management and stuff. He was actually one of like the youngest DJs that I've known.
Right.
And he was like 13, 14 years old at Tuxedos, like selling out the club. You know, that's really young.
Yeah.
He also traveled like Connecticut and Rhode Island and stuff like that. Mundo, he's really good with like creating websites and stuff, you know, the computer IT guy basically. And then Randy is the artist right now. So
Nice.
we're all, oh my bad. Were you gonna say something?
No.
I was gonna say something. Sorry. I was gonna say it's cool because you guys have a team. I think having a team is really important in any career.
Yeah.
That's how, you know, with us here, we're like, as long as you have your team, I feel like you're set up for greatness.
Yeah.
Because everybody has like their own individual like thing. You know what I
Personality.
mean?
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
just brings everything together. So I was just gonna commend y'all on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It helps out because you're not putting all the work in by yourself. You know, you have other
Right,
people that are working
exactly.
with you. we do have an event coming up, a sneaker event,
Right.
April 15th. Families welcome, kids. You know, it's gonna be a great event. Hopefully, you guys can make it. We also have a song coming out with Young Lido. That's gonna come out on the 14th of this month.
Nice.
That's El Motion, Young Lido, and Berto Givens, artists from Atlanta. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, we're networking. We're all over the place right now.
making
Yeah.
moves.
For you, good
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
So are you
That's important.
guys gonna be doing more events, or like what is the brand gonna be doing?
Yeah, so the brand is pretty much gonna dibble and dabble in everything everything entertainment, pretty much.
Yeah.
So right now we're working with the events. You know,
Nice.
we want to start giving back as well. So we're looking into like some kind of charity and stuff like that. I know
up.
with the sneaker event, we're gonna try to do like a sneaker donation. So people that have sneakers that they're not using anymore, you can bring them to the event and we'll donate them, stuff like that. So
Does it matter the size?
I mean, if the shoe fits, wear, right?
I got little sizes that I could donate.
That's really cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
so we're trying, you know, we're making moves, and our whole thing is, you know, positive vibes, working with different people. We're open to work with pretty much anybody. Just reach out to us. That's
Right.
basically what it's
That's
about.
awesome.
Yeah.
So are you on that Adidas wave?
We're just wearing Adidas because I like Adidas. I like Nike. You
Listen,
know.
you hitting that bro button.
It's not necessarily a way for me. It's just like right now I'm wearing Adidas.
Cause,
Right.
Tomorrow more Nike.
Yeah,
Because
Nike
you see how Adidas stepped their shoe
Oh,
game
they
up
did, yeah.
compared to
They
what
did. They
it
did
was
step
like
up.
10 years ago.
Yeah, they did step
Ain't
up.
nobody was wearing no Adidas
And-
besides show toes.
And they have a great team. They have a great
Adidas?
team.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. With Kanye and I could go forever. They got a great team. Of
I don't
people.
know if you guys shop at Kohl's or not, but Nike, you can't get discounts on Nike, and now Adidas is on that list too, so you can't get no discounts on Adidas.
What?
So it's
Really?
definitely stepping up. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
They
crazy.
like, listen,
So would you
gotta pay
guys
full
stick
price.
to Reebok Classics if they still make those?
I don't know.
The Reebok classes was a hit for
I know,
a long
back in the day,
time. Boy,
yeah.
I bought those like 4 times.
Everybody was rocking those. Yeah.
Classics are sick, man. Well, Jae Roza, thank you for coming, bro. We appreciate
yeah.
you, man.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Jay.
What's,
Nice chatting.
what's your social media or website so the people can follow you?
Instagram, Jae Roza. Same thing with Twitter, Jae Roza.
Is it Rosa with a Z or at?
Yeah, with a Z.
With a Z.
Jaeroza. Yeah.
That's what I
Yep.
Or Rosa.
Or Rosa.
Roza. There we go.
You want to roll the R?
Well, thank you guys, man. It's the season
Yeah.
finale. We'll see you guys. Just
We don't
just
know
follow
when.
the page. We'll keep you posted.
I
Just
wanna
stay
thank
locked in. We'll be
each-
back.
I want to thank each and every one of y'all listeners and each and every one of our guests for coming on to support the show, support the movement. Y'all
Yes.
awesome. Y'all the ones that make this show possible. You know,
Yes.
keep tuning in.
And like, I wanted to, cause you were talking. I wanted to. You hit the ball when you said this. We made this platform for people like you and
Yep.
everybody around here to share their story. So
And we appreciate
man.
that for
yeah,
real.
man. Seriously,
You know,
that was the
definitely.
main reason why we did this. Bro.
Thank you.
The man most high for making this possible for all of us.
Yeah, man. So once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. Charles, Pamela Rosario. Forgot your last name. I almost said your maiden name for some reason.
No, Pam Rosario. Follow me at Pam Rosario _
Yeah, Mike Laurie, Vanya.
Yeah.
Make sure to visit our website, newvillaentertainment.com. Make sure to download our app at the Google Play Store, Apple Store, New Villa app. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Catch interviews like Jae Roza and more. Y'all got any other?
No.
Once again, when's your event so people could
April
hit you up?
15th.
All right.
Is that gonna be here in Danbury?
Yeah, in Danbury.
Okay.
It's the Red House, right? Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
so make
And
sure you guys
before
follow
we
support.
before we go, I got to
Go
shout out Fresh from DE. I'm gonna
Oh,
be
yes.
working on a project with him.
Yes.
Coming out soon. So
And I
Nice.
played this song earlier in the mix.
Yeah.
It was a sneak peek. I didn't
Yeah.
play the whole thing. But
Nice.
yeah, man. So we love you guys. Thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you in the new season.
Yeah.
Later.
Have a good night, man.
Good night.
This is New Villa Entertainment.